Good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. I am wore out, y'all. I'm gonna start brewing a cup of joe while y'all join, while I wait for y'all to join me up in here. Let's start a little cup of coffee. Good morning. If you're watching live, say hello so I know you're here. You get to look into my sink. I had this laid out so well, and for some reason I can't figure out what's different now. It is a good soup. I am pretty sure I dozed off after devotions. I think I might have fallen asleep. I'm not sure. It, I don't know what time I finished devotions, but I closed my eyes to listen to a couple. I'm like, I'm just going to listen to these three Marco Polos. And then I woke up and there was no Marco Polos. And I'm like, did I just sleep? Did I? I don't know that I did. I don't know. I don't know if I slept, but I am so drowsy. I'm struggling to hold my eyes open, you guys. I don't know what is wrong, but I'm like, I am just wore out. All right, I'm making nested oatmeal. It has been 20 minutes. I guess I did those. I'm making nested oatmeal for my breakfast, but what I'm here to show you is the hearty lentil chicken sausage and spinach soup that is on page 85 of Trim Healthy Table. It looks like this. If you have not made this soup, y'all are missing out. Let me tell you, it is, I never made it for the longest time because I was like, that just looks gross. It just looked gross. I'm gonna say it. It didn't look that good, but I couldn't have been more wrong. Check this out. I want y'all to see my beautiful, isn't he sweet? Mr. Rogers. He's the best person. Meredith. Meredith, every time I eat lentils, the scale goes down a tiny bit. I should eat them more often. Um, he is just the sweetest man to ever walk the planet. Well, except for Jesus. And maybe Simeon. I don't know. But he's a pretty sweet man. And he's wearing a blue sweater. But when I make coffee, he's going to change his clothes right in front of my very eyes. Don't get naughty. It's not saucy now. Am I still on camera when I'm over here? I don't know. I'm gonna make a quick latte. Here's what I have going right now. I have oats on the stove. I just started them. They're at a simmer. And the reason I did them ahead of time is because they're steel cut sprouted steel cut. And they take forever and a day to cook. I get these from Thrive Market. I love them. I love steel cut oats. They're my pref. I love oats, but my preference is steel cut. And I get the sprouted because they're even lower glycemic. Hi, Jennifer. No, I don't think I have, Cindy. I am just like wiped. I am super wiped. And I have a lot on my plate today. I have recording I have to do today. So I really got to get my act together. But I'm just drowsy. All right. Here's how I've been making my latte lately. I don't love it, but I deal with it. Almond milk. I don't love it because it tastes like almonds. I prefer cashew, but I haven't been able to find cashew, and I'm out of joy. I'm not out of joy, but I'm out of joy, J-O-I. So I've been buying my almond milk, and I don't enjoy it. Oh, Mr. Rogers is half changed. Hold on, let's froth that up. Look, he's half changed his sweater, but just halfway. He's wearing a striped sweater this morning. Aw, so sweet. When I add the rest, he'll get his change on and he'll be completely red. Um, okay, steel cut oats. I'm dawdling on the soup because y'all, this soup is legit the world's easiest soup to make. So easy. If you look at the directions of soups and you think, oh my gosh, without reading it, it's so many ingredients and there's so many words here in the recipe. Listen, my friend, just go for it. It's not that hard. It's really super simple. Isn't it fun? He's such a sweet man. Did I stir that yet? This soup is one of the simplest to throw together. That's why I'm doing 3 things at once, because multitasking isn't my strength. It's actually impossible for me to do. But since I just woke up, I need something easy. Where's my paper towels? All right. This beautiful foam, courtesy of Brevi. Watch. He's going to change his shirt. I mean, it's not that sciencey, but still, I find it quite interesting. My latte, you watch. It's going to change. Look at him go. He's changing his clothes right in front of our very eyes. Look at him. He's going to be all red sweater here before long. Aww. So fun. Mr. Rogers. Now they need one that he ties his shoes right in front of you. You pour hot liquid in it, and all of a sudden he bends down and ties his shoe and says, "Won't you be my neighbor?" You can grow ideas in the garden of your mind. That's what it says. You always make each day a special day. It's good to be curious about many things. You always make each day a special day. I like you just the way you are. That's my favorite one. Because when you're a little kid, every single time, Meredith, every time I get excited about the sweater, every time. When you're a little kid and you look in the mirror and you're like, I don't like me, and I don't think other people like me, and then Mr. Rogers says, but I like you just the way you are. You're like, he really does like me just the way I am. He's a good man. All right, let me stir my oats. Enough talk about the Rogers. I gotta turn that down just a little. All right, let's make some soup. He always has my back. He really does. Is he still alive? Did he die? He didn't die yet, did he? Did he? I don't know. I'm very bad with time. That was 40 years ago, and he was already, well, I thought he was old back then. He was probably 32. What about Mr. McFeely? Am I the only one? Tell me, I can't be the only one that when the 20 something drives by in their beat up car that's like out the back and they're dropping off your mail and the radio is pounding. Am I the only one that looks at them and thinks, you're no Mr. McFeely? Oh, only 21 years ago, Shirley. So like just yesterday, I don't even know. I should have known that because I watched the Mr. Rogers movie with Tom Hanks. All right, let's make some sausage soup. If you are like Meredith and say, was it Meredith that said, I've never had lentils? Listen to me. Get off your butt and go to Thrive Market and buy yourself some lentils. Mr. McFeely was the postal man. He was the mailman. I loved Mr. McFeely. I always thought mailmen were the sweetest people on the earth. And then I met my real mailman, and he wasn't that friendly. Wasn't that his name? Do I have his name wrong? Wasn't it Mr. McFeely? Do I have his name wrong? The mailman? Susan, you should stream it on Netflix. You'd love it. Binge watch Mr. Rogers. That's a great idea. A sign that says, you're no Mr. McFeely. Yeah, I thought it was. He had a little mustache and gray hair and a little vest and gray pants. Well, hello, Mr. McFeely. How are you today? Mr. Rogers would say. And I think, oh, what does he have for mail? I loved Mr. McFeely. All right. I have some things wrong with my head some days. Yes. People need to be more McFeely. That doesn't sound good. People need to be more like Mr. Rogers and Mr. McFeely. If the world had more Mr. McFeely mailman and dancing UPS men, like Ross, the dancing UPS man, if there were more people in the world like this world would be a better place. All right, challenge yourself today to be like Mr. Rogers and Mr. McFeely and go love somebody the way they are today. All right, hearty lentil chicken sausage and spinach soup. The world's longest name for a soup. It really should just be hearty chicken sausage soup. Okay? Right? They should. I'd legit watch Mr. Rogers. All right. This is the ingredients, okay? This is the ingredients. I mean, the instructions for hearty lentil chicken sausage and spinach soup, okay? The recipe says put it all in a crock pot and cook it for 5 to 6 hours. That's how difficult this soup is, okay? You literally just go down through the ingredients and you just dump them like this. This may take less than 5 hours because I have red lentils, and red lentils seem to cook quicker than green. Super easy. You don't even have to chop your peppers, okay? We do too. We watch we watch that show, Andy Griffith. And by we, I mean Marin and Tony. I don't watch TV. Ain't got no time for TV. See how difficult this is so far? The hardest part was opening this package. They didn't like this one, Crystal. My family wouldn't try it anyway because it has spinach in it. But all right, it says 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. So that's let me shut my oats off. That 4 cloves of 4 cloves of garlic. 4 cloves of garlic would be 6 inches of this. That's a weird measurement. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, 4 inch, 5 inch, 6 inch, and 2 extra just for a bonus. This is garlic paste. All right. Then you just dump your ingredients. That's how easy this is, okay? I think we had this on the coach's retreat. Isn't this what we made in the hotel room, Scotty Bunches? Isn't this the soup we made in the hotel room? Yeah, the closed captioning is not so great on here. How many cups are in a quart? Well, never mind. I was going to measure it in that box. Why do that when I have a measuring cup right here, right in the dishwasher? It's dirty. Over here, I've got this one. I didn't run my dishwasher last night. This is a big old cup. I need 5 of that. There's 4 cups. Oh, so I could have measured that and added 1 cup. Oh well. I think too, if I had extra chicken broth, I would just replace the extra water with chicken broth because it just means more flavor. Fermented garlic honey in the soup. I don't know about honey in this soup, Faith. Although I did just order myself a couple big mason jars because I need to get back to fermenting my veggies. And one thing that I'm going to do is ferment side salads, chopped side salads. I'll do it live with y'all so that I can just pull out a jar and have a big old pile of side salad, fermented side salad. Because if I'm going to eat a big old pile of salad, it should be something that lasts in the fridge for a little while. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do fermented side salads for meals. All right. This soup calls for fire roasted tomatoes, but I have made it without. Carrie, this is in Trim Healthy Table, page 85. This is a great, great soup. Very hearty, super delicious. Couple cans of tomatoes. This is important, all right? I have left this out before because I usually forget to have it in my house. Oh, my measuring cup wasn't dirty. It's right there. If you leave this out, your soup is going to be more watery. It's one of the most important ingredients in soup. I've learned that. Tomato paste plays an important role. Just use a knife. Gotta get it all out. I'm not gonna waste any. It's good stuff. Oh, I still missed a bunch. All right. What else? Fully cooked chicken sausage. I bought sweet apple. No, they don't have. I cannot find this. Does anybody else find this in plain? I cannot find this in plain anywhere. So I ordered the feta spinach one, and they sent me the sweet apple, which you want to look for carb count less than 2 or less in pre-cooked sausage. This one is 7, but that's because it's apple. So I don't stress. I know it's a good clean sausage. It's, excuse me, higher in carbs because it has apples. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's an soup anyway. It's already got carbs. You're fine. It's not sugar. It's just apples. Oh, but you really should cut them like this. I don't know what this term is to cut them sideways like this, but you really should because it makes it more fancy when your sausage is sideways. Don't add a finger. Nobody wants fingertips. Dang it, did I cut my finger? Stink. Nobody wants fingertips in their soup. Okay, do 2 sausages at once and then you might not lose a finger. But you should cut it sideways like this, whatever. There's probably a fancy term for this. Did. Stupid. Cut my finger. Dang it. You can still cut it skinny, but then you get bigger pieces. Slanted. We cut it slanted. Is that what it's called, to cut it slanted? I'm sure there's a culinary term for cutting it like this that's not called slanted. That doesn't seem fancy enough, surely. Is this fully cooked? Yes. Diagonally. Biased. Slanted. I like that. I'm gonna go with it's cut on the slanted. That sounds right. Oh, my earbuds go to sleep. Wake up. My earbud frequently goes to sleep and disconnects from my ear because I stop moving and it thinks that I'm no longer here. Because apparently I hold my head too still and it just goes to sleep and it's like, I'm just gonna take a break. She's not moving. This is full. This pot is full. This is my Pampered Chef crock pot. I love this, but it's not big enough. I need like 1 more quart. It's never quite big enough. All right. Then we add some seasonings. You really don't need to measure them. Just measure with your heart. But I'm just going to go ahead and play the responsible adult in the room this morning and measure the seasonings. I'd tell you exactly what the measurements were if this was a public recipe, but since it's not, you're going to have to go look them up. You want this exact recipe, get Trim Healthy Table. They created it. They get the credit. So oregano. My husband says he hates oregano, that it tastes like kerosene. He's crazy. I did cut my finger. Oh, look at my little wee cut. I got 2 of them. How did I do that? Oblique. Is that what it's called? The oblique cut? This calls for a little bit of cayenne, but I'm going to put like a lot because nobody else in this family is eating it. So I'm going to put like close to a teaspoon. What else? That's it. That's the whole recipe. Slap her on high and cook her for 5 minutes. How easy was that? 5 minutes. Cook it a little bit longer than 5 minutes. Your lentils will be crunchy if you cut it for only 5. Listen to my stomach growl. If you only cut it for 5 minutes, cook it for 5 minutes. It's not going to taste that good. My lentils are stuck to the bottom of my seasoning blend. Froze my lentils to the bottom of my thing. It says 5 to 6 hours, but I think because I used red lentils, it might take 3. I bet this will be ready for lunch. And then I can have it for lunch. Or I might just save it for supper. I'm the only one in this house that's going to eat this. So I'm going to put a bowl in, I'm going to eat a bowl for supper. I'm going to put a bowl or 2 in the fridge. And then I'm going to package up the rest and put it in the freezer. And then I will have soup. Maybe I can talk them into tasting it, but it's highly unlikely that these weirdos would even taste it. You'd be surprised, Kathy. You know how you smell something and you know what it tastes like based on the smell? That's Tilson with oregano. He said it tastes like kerosene. I haven't added kerosene to his food that often for him to really recognize it, but maybe, I don't know. All right, let's make some nested oatmeal, shall we? Has anybody else tried the nested oatmeal? That's all the rage on the Trim Healthy page. It's really no different than other oatmeals. It's just the way it's layered. So let's give it a go. Let's give it a little go, shall we? This is clean. I only put, I don't know what I put in it, but it wasn't dirty. But I do need a tablespoon. I'm going to try to measure this according to the directions. I wrote down the instructions right here. Yeah, I'm not sure if he does, Crystal. I don't know that he's ever had cilantro. It's green. No, you haven't because you don't like oatmeal, Shirley. That cut hurts. I'm going to whine about that all day. All right, look at my pretty little journal. Isn't it pretty? My friend Beth got that for me, and I think it's so pretty. All right, 3 tablespoons of creamy dreamy. Remove the hair from the bowl first. That's the first step. Take that out of the bowl. Nobody wants that in their oatmeal. All right, creamy dreamy, where you at? Optimized plant protein. That's the correct name. Where do you think I stored that? I got everything ready for the soup, but I didn't get this ready, and now I almost think my creamy dreamy is not in here. Okay. Hold, please. Un momento. I'm confused. I love to make these videos extra interesting. I just really. Okay, I know I have Creamy Dreamy in this house. I know I do. I have a cookbook stand. I got rid of it when I moved here. Actually, Mallory, I did have a cookbook stand, but I got rid of it. Hold on. I know I have more Creamy Dreamy. Oh, that's right. It's in this bag. That's why I didn't recognize it. I forgot. This is why. This is why, because it's in this bag now. It's not Creamy Dreamy, KJ. It's Optimized Plant Protein. We've changed the names. Get with the program. But my little canister for my plant protein still says Creamy Dreamy. Words are hard. I went out, laid down in the garage, took a little nanny poopy. I'm tired. What is wrong with me? All right. Okay, let's put this back. This is how. That's right. It's always going to be Creamy Dreamy Plant Proteiny. We're not changing it to Optimized Plant Protein. How boring is that? Hold on. We've got to have fun names. Let's put that back. Okay. Creamy Dreamy. So it says to put, what did it say? 3 tablespoons of Creamy Dreamy. This is going to give me 45 bioequivalent, grams of protein. 45. You can, but it won't be nearly as much protein. And because it's not optimized, Mallory, it doesn't really serve your muscles the way Creamy Dreamy does. Michelle, so I'm on day 3 of drinking it. I will say this. I am incredibly bloated, like legit. Hello. I'm getting ready to deliver. I'm very bloated, and I think it's because of all the prebiotic and probiotic. My body is adjusting to it. So right now I'm not finding much joy in my AG1, but I will once it starts doing its thing. But has anybody else? Let's talk real talk here. Has anybody else taken AG1? Am I the only one that has fluorescent green poop? That's an interesting surprise when you get up and go, whoa, look at that. Not sure it's supposed to be that color. Lord have mercy. All right, 3 tablespoons of Creamy Dreamy Plant Protein. 3 tablespoons of almond milk. 2 tablespoons of water. I don't know why. I don't know why it's not just 5 tablespoons or a quarter cup of almond milk. It's very specific. AG1 is a greens drink, Crystal. It's like a multivitamin greens drink that I've been drinking every morning. It's got spirulina and it's got a whole bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of stuff. And it's a prebiotic and a probiotic. It's like a daily supplement. And Tilson's been drinking it too. Okay. So yeah, it does sound great. What else is supposed to go in here? A half a dunk of stevia. Who wrote this recipe? A half a dunk. Are we half dunking things? As if a dunk is not small enough. Now we're half dunking it. Pearl. How do I even measure a half dunk? I don't have any dunkers no more. A half dunk is probably going to look like that. Doesn't seem. They're like the Super Duo greens, but it has a lot more stuff in it. You could add the Duo greens to it for more, but it just has a lot more vitamins and stuff in it. Crystal. Plus, it's got dried, dehydrated, dried, whatever, pineapple powder, so it tastes good. Does anyone know how soon or after or before gym workout we should be taking the EAAs? I don't think there's a magic time. If I forget to bring a swig of it with me for 20-minute drive home, no, that's fine. No, it isn't. It's fine. It's not a silly question. Right? That's what I thought. Half a dunk in their oatmeal? Sarah. Oh. Listen, I dare say perimenopause is hitting the York household. Between weight gain and difficulty sleeping and hot flashes. I am making nested oatmeal, Charlotte. So I'm getting the lumpies out. I don't want lumpies. Lumpies. Will you wait, Crystal? I'm gonna get a link. If the results are good from the AG one, I'm gonna get you all a discount. It's my goal anyway. I'm gonna ask for a discount. Right, Jamie? What was I just gonna say? My brain just farted. I don't know. Oh, yeah, half a dunk of stevia, and that's the only sweetener. She doesn't put any sweetener in her oatmeal. I am gonna need to change that, I believe. All right, here's my steel cut oats. We're gonna go ahead and add those to our bowl. They're cooked. Plop that on top. She says it's important not to mix them together. It's important to let them sit on top. And then every bite, you take a little bite of the oatmeal and a little bite of the liquid. That doesn't seem like a lot of food, but it's 45 grams of protein, so it's enough. That is a serving of oat. What the heck? That's puny. All right, I need some additions here. We're gonna go with some goji. You know that stone that in the Sword and the Stone that they pulled the knife out of in that Disney movie? These are about as hard as that. It's okay. They're about as crunchy as that rock. Little goji. Cacao. Cacao. Where are they? Cacao, right here. 1.5 grams of fat in a teaspoon, so I'm going to keep it to just 1.5 grams. 1.5 teaspoons, I mean. Just a little crunchy crunch of cacao on top. Just a wee bit. I'd really like some almond butter on top of there, but because I already put the cacao and they have a little bit of fat, I don't want to put a whole teaspoon of nut butter. I'm just going to leave the nut butter off. But I am going to put a little drizzle of this. This is raw sourwood honey. I'm going to put a little drizzle of this because I've been loving me some honey. I'm trying to get a little bit every day because I know it's good for me. So that's like, it comes out to less than it's like a teaspoon, one pump. So a little drizzle of honey. What else can I put on there to make it good? What did Pearl say? Oh, cinnamon. She put cinnamon on there. Right? Cinnamon. Pumpkin pie spice. Oh, why did I do that? That's got all the goodness in it. Let's do a little pumpkin pie spice. Just a touch. Just a wee bit. What else? Anything else I should put on there? Anybody? And blueberries. This is nested oatmeal, Debbie. It's from Trim Healthy Mama. It's on the Facebook page. They've been posting about it. Brooke, I mean, it was Brooke that asked, not. Yes, gentle sweet would be good. I might not need any gentle sweet though, because I just put the honey. There's some blues. That looks pretty darn tasty. See, that bowl got bigger just because there's only a tiny bit of oatmeal. It turned into more. Look, he's changing back into his black sweater. I hate almond milk in my coffee. Just as an FYI, it's gross. It's gross. I don't like it. It tastes like almonds. Ugh. All right, let's try. She said, got to get a little scoop of the liquid, a little scoop of the oats. She's not wrong. That's pretty good. Oh, the goji berries, the chewy goji berries, the stale chewy goji berries. Those are good. That's good. That's good. Next time I would do cinnamon, not pumpkin pie spice. There's something in the pumpkin pie spice I don't care for. I don't remember what it is. It is sweet enough, Crystal. The honey made it sweet enough. And look at that. 45 grams of protein, 45 bioequivalent grams of protein. It's actually really good. You like the sound? Carrie, I like sweet oatmeal, but girl, I am with you on the savory oats. Have you tried my cheesy oatmeal? Have you tried it? Because I'm telling you right now, it is one of the best things to ever hit this planet, if I do say so myself. Next to Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers and my cheesy oatmeal. Creamy cheesy oatmeal. I'm telling you what, that stuff is absolutely phenomenal. Oh, so good. Tastes like cheesy mashed potatoes. Listen, if you over there holding a grudge against savory oatmeal, you need to figure it out and go make it because it is so divine. If you've never tried it, because you're like, oh my gosh, I can't eat salt and cheese in oatmeal. That sounds horrible. Get over yourself and go make it. It's delicious. Delicious. That's Tracy already made the soup. So I moved on to oatmeal. It's my brekkie. Okay, and everything's picked up. Look at that, except for this. Let's put this away before it melts. Kitchen's done. Look at that. Listen, can I just tell you, I'm rocking keeping a clean kitchen these days. I'm figuring it out. You know why? I have learned the key to keeping a clean house. Do you know what it is? The key to keeping a clean house is number one, yelling at your child to pick her stuff up. And number two, having enough space to put things away. That is what I've learned. There's space to put things away. That's been the difference. For years, I've tried to keep a clean kitchen. I've tried to keep a clean house, and I have struggled for years to keep a clean house. The difference here, I'm able to keep it clean. And the difference is I have storage. All the difference in the world. All of my things are put away. I have a place. I'm not hunting for a place to put things. I have a place. This is my favorite place in this whole house. My new house, right here. You want to know what my favorite spot in my whole house is? It's this. Right here. It's that. That's my favorite place in my whole house. I'm incredibly blessed. Sherry, I am so grateful. Every morning I wake up and I walk out into this house and I'm like, I can't believe this is my house. I can't believe it's my house. Now, if somebody would please come over here and take down the Christmas tree so that I don't have to do it, I would greatly appreciate that. Otherwise, it's going to be up until Christmas because I am over packing boxes. All right, I have to go. I have some filming to do this morning, if I can stay awake to do it. I think I feel a little bit better now that I've drank my gel. Yeah, Jackie, no doubt. I'm sure. I'm trying really hard. Like, I have 2 empty cupboards. I'm trying to keep it that way. Well, we were out of town for Christmas, and then as soon as we got home, we were home for a few days, and then we went to Maine. So my tree is still over there looking out of date because it's January something, 11th, and it's over here trying to pretend that it's still Christmas, and it's not. Christmas is gone. Christmas has moved on. Christmas this year was weird. It wasn't Christmas. It was weird to me, and that's just all the unsettled. It's been bizarre. So that tree needs to go. Somebody needs to come put it away for me. I love looking at a Christmas tree, but man, do I hate putting it up and taking it down. And I got to get it down before my new furniture. I have some furniture that's coming. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not the Christmas tree decorator, the Valentine's Christmas tree, and the St. Patrick's Day Christmas tree. No, that is not KJ. All right, I'm gonna go eat my weird oatmeal and wait patiently for my soup. It was, Wendy. It was just a weird year, and it wasn't just me. It was a weird year for a lot of people. I've heard a lot of people say that it was a bizarre Christmas. All right, guys, I love you. Thanks for joining me this morning. I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Listen, if you are looking for help with food addiction, I got you. Okay, we're doing chain breakers right now, and it's amaze balls, and you can join anytime. That's the beauty of chain breakers. You don't have to wait until it opens again. It's all open. It's available anytime you want. Go join chain breakers. It's only $59 and you're going to learn a lot about yourself. I can guarantee that. Um, I'm around Bethlehem, Charlotte. Um, Sarah. What else was I gonna say? Chain breakers and oh, we're starting Holy Healthy Book Club. It's $15 to join um, each session. So this one we're doing Uninvited by Lisa Turkhurst. You can join now. We are starting the reading on January 22nd. There will be 3 Zoom calls every other week. You'll have you if you buy the study guide that has the streaming, you'll be asked to watch the videos. Um, you'll be asked to watch the videos. If you don't buy the streaming, you'll just be reading the book. And then there's a Marco Polo to discuss and a bi-weekly Zoom. And it's only $15 to join us, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So that's right on my webpage, joyfullifekj.com, right in the front. You can join. It's gonna be led by the amazing Coach Crystal and the amazing Coach Christy. So it's gonna be really, really fun. Absolutely, Charlotte. Let's do it, girl. Let's do it. I like to go eat breakfast at First Watch. It's my jam. Anybody wants to meet at First Watch for breakfast? I'm there. This is how cold my coffee is. Look, he changed back into his boring sweater. All right, guys, I gotta go. I'm running my face too long. I love you so much. I will see you next time. Have a wonderful whatever day today is. Love you guys. I can't find my end button. There it is. Love you guys.